Welcome to Fitting Model 101. I'm Julie, your host, and this is where you get to learn the ins and outs of the fit modeling industry. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a virtual fit. These times of COVID, we need to learn how to do virtual fittings from home, because even though it seems like we're on the tail end, we're now entering flu season, and that may bring the numbers back up and they may do more lockdowns in the future. We really don't know what's going to happen, but there are a lot of businesses doing virtual fittings. They still don't feel comfortable bringing fitting models that go from place to place. We may be more susceptible because we're out there, traveling around. They don't want to bring us into their companies and take the risk, which is perfectly understandable. So as fit models, we need to be smart. We need to know how to continue to help our businesses and ourselves by creating virtual fittings and being professional and bringing that professionalism home. Learning how to do a virtual fitting in today's situation with COVID-19 is a must. So I'm excited to show you what I do for my virtual fittings here at my home. The space that I use first off is my living room, and the number one reason is because it has a blank wall. And you need a blank wall so that there's no background noise when you're displaying the garments to everybody in the Zoom meeting on your laptop. If I did it in front of my bookshelf, this would cause a lot of distraction as everybody couldn't focus on the garment. So number one, you need a blank wall. Number two, you need a mirror. I took down my full-size mirror so I could see myself during my fitting. In a normal fitting, I would have my team with me. I'd have my tech designer and my designer and whoever else needed to be in the meeting. But now I don't have anybody. So I need my mirror as my aid and my guide to help me do my fittings correctly. In a normal fitting, you would already have a mirror, but here you have to be more accurate. So you go up to your mirror in your fitting and you look at your garment and you just make sure that everything looks the way it should. You want to look at the seam detail, and you want to make sure the construction is correct, because at home, that's part of what you need to explain to everybody in your Zoom meeting. So I'll also explain the fit and how it fits. I'll look at the mirror, and then I'll turn back around, and I will also look at my Zoom. Number three is lighting. Now, lighting is crucial because in this family room of mine, I don't have lighting above, so it's kind of a very dull lighting. So I have my video lighting here, and video lighting is nice. It's a very soft light, but I also have my my tripod selfie halo, and this is great because it brings in a lot of white light. So I'm going to turn on the selfie. You can see how the lighting looks right now, and that's with soft lighting. Now when I turn on the halo, there we go, it adjusts. Now you can see how white and bright the lighting is. If I shut off the soft lighting, you can see that the halo lighting is very white. And it also looks nice on video. So as you can see on video, here I am. This is your Zoom. This is number 4, what you need. First is a clean background. 2 is a mirror, 3 is your lighting, and then 4 is your laptop, 5 is Zoom. So on Zoom, you want to create an account at zoom.com and create an account so that you can contact the people you work with regularly in your own timing, and then also they can contact you for your regular set fitting schedule. Here we are, you can see the lighting. This is how Zoom will look on your computer at home. Now what you want to do is set it on a box like I did, because you want your computer screen to be almost level with your garment. I think I tilted my screen back a little bit earlier, but you can see how the garment looks in the Zoom meeting. And so in a Zoom meeting, you'll see a little square here and maybe a little square here, and it will have the other people joining the Zoom meeting. It'll have their little face in it in their video, but they'll see a full-size screen of you, and then you can just do your regular fitting here. And it's just very important to make sure that you have all these things set up and you're ready to go for your fitting. Now, as you can see, I've set the camera back up in the Halo selfie, so you see me directly. And when I'm doing my Zoom fitting in my my computer right here that's facing me, I'm also taking a video like I would for my fit modeling videos. So I'm videotaping the fitting, and I'm also zooming the fitting at the same time. And the reason I do this is because I can send this video back to my tech designers, and they can review it in case anything was missed in the Zoom fitting. Also, what you see on a video may be more detailed than a Zoom fitting. Zoom is great, but sometimes it's a little grainy, and because of the angle of the camera, you don't always see everything in a Zoom fitting. So I really recommend that you videotape a fitting at the same time. If they find you don't need to do that because it's just too much data for them to go over, then don't worry about it. But at least you have that file there in case something was missed and they need to go over it again. Also, one of the reasons why I like to record a fitting is because I can use video to photo, the app. And what I do is when you're in a fitting, you have to take a photo of the front, the side, and the back. And when I'm done with my fitting on Zoom, I can go in, I can look at the video, and I can use video to photo app, and then I can cut my pictures for front, side, and back, and then I can email those to my tech designers. So it's really helpful to not only Zoom, but videotape your fitting. So I've decided to move you to this position so you can get to see more of what's going on kind of on the back scene. I'm going to be fitting this white jacket that I just put on, and you can see how I'll do that. My laptop is set up right here. Zoom is open, and I'm going to pretend that they're asking me questions about the garment, and my mirror is right here, remember? So I'll walk back and forth so that they can see and you can see. So I just put on this jacket. They told me what number. I looked at the jacket to see the number, make sure it's the right garment. So now I'll show them. Yeah, this is the right jacket. So what I'm seeing is that this feels like a size 6, and the shoulder, your cross shoulder, the muscle, all feel like a 6. The body length looks a little shrunken, like it's also a size 6. However, my arms, my sleeve length looks correct. I need to open this up. My bust is too tight, and this is too tight all the way down. So you can see here, I probably need about 2 inches. 1.5 inches. I wouldn't go 2 because I know this is supposed to be a fitted garment. So it looks like I need about 1.5 inches, and I would add another 1/2 inch to my shoulder width. The cap drop seems nice, but just my cap width is a little too tight because I don't have reach. And I don't know what the cross back measurement is. Can we go through the measurements? Okay, great. So right now I'm pretending that I'm listening to all the measurements that she's relaying to me. As a fit model, you need to be aware of what measurements should be. Stretch is always going to be a little bit smaller in measurements than woven, and obviously you need to start learning the fabrics themselves. This is a woven lace. It doesn't have any stretch, but this is a stretch knit. So what I'm imagining is she's telling me that my bust is already an inch small and that I'm a ½ inch short in my waist. The sleeves are coming correctly, but that's because they thought that the lace was supposed to be a stretch lace. So I'm just making this up right now for you guys to kind of see, you know, just to give you a mock fitting of what it might be like. I just have to use my knowledge as a fit model here at home to do what I do at work. And that's tell them what I'm feeling and what I think they may need in the measurements, and how the garment fits. I mean, it's a beautiful garment, but this is a mock fitting, and I'm not giving you actual fit comments. These are just what I'm making up right now for you guys. So you can see that it's way too tight across back. So like I said, 2 inches in the bust on this would be nice. Even 1.5 inches is okay if they still want it fitted, but you can see there's too much meat showing here, and I don't have enough reach in my across shoulder or across back. The balance is beautiful. You can see from the side, the front and the back are about the same. The waist is nicely centered, and the shoulder slope is beautiful. The cross shoulder is nice. It's just really too tight here, through here, and it's too short. The designer, from her perspective, may think that this proportion doesn't look like maybe the peplum. That's what this part's called, peplum. Maybe that's too short, or maybe the bodice section looks too shrunken. So, you know, she needs, hopefully your designer is present in the Zoom fitting, so she can make those call outs. So I want to thank you for joining me in watching today's video on how to set up a virtual fitting. I hope to see you back here next Friday, as I want to show you how to do some bookkeeping, starting off as an independent contractor and then maybe even moving over to becoming an S corporation. So I'll see you back here next Friday.